Human beings are all in search of meaning. We all want to make sense of the world. But we need horizons to orient ourselves, and ours often close in on us. Society is divided by culture wars, echo chambers, and polarization. Partly, these are struggles to find solid ground and stable horizons. Amid radical uncertainty, we are gripped by existential anxiety because we are no longer able to make sense of things that we long thought were at the heart of humanity. A sense of freedom, a quest for truth, a desire for life. The religious beliefs that offered safety in the past now often seem implausible or irrelevant. And philosophy, which also used to ask and address big questions of life and existence, is now often reluctant to look beyond narrow specialisms. But there are religious thinkers, theologians, who face the world in its complexity and try to find and offer hope. And there are philosophers who are not afraid to ask big questions. Continental philosophy has developed tools that can equip the search for meaning and address urgent issues, including the significance of economics and money, the meaning of freedom, the nature of information and truth, and the definition and value of life itself. In our quest for meaning, we are, in some sense, always open to what is beyond us. We are not beings closed off from the world, who only search for meaning inside our own minds. We search in a world that is always greater than the finite individual. This point is well illustrated in what continental philosophy calls phenomenology, which does not seek to see the world in reductive material or propositional terms. Rather, it sees the world as a place that is fundamentally full of meaning, one in which there is always more for us to learn and discover.
The human quest for meaning in the world is not an individual task, but a collective effort. It cannot be accomplished simply by the finite individual. It always has to involve learning from others and their perspectives. So, in our search for meaning, we're not only open to the world that is beyond us, but also open to others who are on a quest for meaning. This insight is key to what continental philosophy calls hermeneutics, which highlights how human identity and self-understanding are shaped by inheriting our world and language from a community and creatively developing them.
We have begun an adventurous intellectual expedition at the University of St. Andrews, which reimagines big questions of life by bringing together continental philosophers and theologians. One of the key features of continental philosophy is an emphasis on maintaining openness to things and people beyond ourselves. To that, theologians add an openness to transcendence. Theologians are committed to hope, that in God all things hold together and can be investigated with courage and tenacity, that humans and all created things have dignity and can be approached with humility and empathy, that creation is not yet finished and can be engaged with openness and creativity.
Our initiative sponsors 12 individual research projects that fuse theology and continental philosophy Together, we're creating an international, high-profile and influential community of researchers who will inspire theologians and philosophers around the world. Individually and collectively, our researchers grapple with the fundamental concepts of life, freedom, and truth, concepts that make up the horizons which we use to orientate our pursuit of meaning.
By working together in a community committed to openness and conversation, we believe that theologians and continental philosophers can bring out the best in each other and establish an intellectual base camp to explore a wider understanding of the world and what it means to live within it. We can learn to re-inhabit ideas like truth, freedom, and life in ways that respond to the anxieties of our society and bring together rather than divide. What if an open and expansive new approach, with a wide range of styles and methodologies, can be a breath of fresh air for both philosophy and theology, and bring new thinking to major questions of relevance to contemporary ethical, political, and social issues? Come join us in finding wider horizons.